Hello, good people. Welcome back to another episode of Unscripted Coding. Today, what we're going to be doing is playing around with GitHub Copilot, your AI pair programmer. So if I just replay this, what it does is it takes text, I suppose. It takes your comments and spits out code. Now, I don't know how good it is. That's part of the fun of this video. I haven't done anything with it yet. But the idea is let's throw some really common algorithms. I'm thinking FizzBuzz, what do you call it? Binary sort? It's a binary sort? Whatever that whole dictionary sorting thing is. Just throw a couple really simple algorithms that people have done over and over and see how this AI pair programmer does. Now, I promised this video last time when I was playing around with OpenAI's Codex AI. I was thinking of doing a whole comparison between the two. Little did I know, and I'm glad I don't have that many followers because YouTube comments is usually a pretty rough place. I'm an idiot. GitHub Copilot is powered by OpenAI, which in turn is running Codex behind all of this. There is no need to compare and contrast. But what that means is we still want to play around with it. We were playing around with OpenAI Codex in their playground, which is kind of a sandbox. You use their editor and all of that. Yes, there's APIs. Yes, we can code something up. But GitHub Copilot actually just installs right into, a couple options here. But obviously for us, we're going to be using Visual Studio Code. So I'm going to see how we go about this. So I'm going to turn my sound off and try and get this installed because honestly, I'm going in this completely blank and I'm hoping to be wowed and dazzled by the experience. All right, so I played with this for a couple minutes. I even cut out a bit of time because I was trying to explain something very terribly wrong. Okay, let's go back to basics first. Once you are accepted into the waitlist of Copilot, so you go to copilot.github.com, you sign up for it, you wait in the waitlist until you get accepted. At least for Visual Studio Code, it is super painless. You just download the extension. When it installs, it asks you to log in, and then you get this cute, Copilot icon at the bottom here. It is as simple as that. There seems to be no other installation process involved. Obviously, you gotta go through the waitlist. My understanding is that this is not a really difficult preview to get into. They have been accepting lots and lots and lots of people, so hopefully you don't have to wait too long to get accepted. Anyways, once you get there, they have kind of a test function for you to do this with, and so this is what I'm going to do here. So once you space, you get a suggestion here. The first one is a comment. Not really helpful, but you can cycle through by holding Alt and the square brackets to go left and right, basically. So let's go with this one and this one and so on. What I notice is that when you cycle, they only give you like 3 options, and in this case, 2 of the options are the same. It's just different indentation. But what you can do is hold Control and Enter, and it'll give you 10 different solutions. So you'll see that obviously all of these solutions, it's a very basic function here. all of these solutions have kind of the same pieces here. I'm assuming the date format goes into some sort of Unix time or something with milliseconds is why we're getting this calculation over and over in every single one. But once you get 10 solutions, you kind of figured out what the plan is. So let's say I like the second one, I just click accept solution. Or if not, if I was using this one, I just click tab to accept, and it'll just spit it out. Naturally, AI is cool and all, but you should probably read the code and figure out what's happening rather than just accepting it, because you'll have all sorts of bugs. The AI seems interesting, but can't read your mind. So what format is the begin and end coming in? Is it in milliseconds like this time? Is it in, month, day, year type? Is it in a date class? What format is it? Copilot's obviously making a best guess that it will be accepted by the date constructor. But that's not always true. What if I have a very weird string? So what you do is you just add comments to add you add comments to just color it a little bit, give the AI a bit of context. Dates are given in the format of, well, they even suggest it for you. So year, month, day. And let's see what happens when we suggest that. Oh, of course. Well, that does nothing because this format is accepted by the date constructor. And then what you're doing is you have first date, second date, you just subtract the two, you round up, and then you return how many days. But let's go with minutes. Let's go with minutes. So what I did was change a name here. See what Copilot does in this case. And there you go. That is a perfectly acceptable way of doing it. It's just returning the difference and dividing it by 60,000. So you are getting a millisecond answer, and then you're turning it into minutes. Now, of course, this would be a horrible demo if we just ended at that. So a couple things I wanted to show. Number one is Python works just as well. So we have basically the same question, calculate days between dates. We have a start date and end date, and see what it spits out. We'll just accept this. It's using, I don't know how to pronounce this, but date time format. There's an issue here. We haven't figured out what date time is, so you'll have to import date time to make sure it works. It's getting this year, month, day format as well. It's just parsing it in, and very cool. You can just do .days. Copilot says it supports something like 20 different languages, I think. So if we go back here, where did I read it? Yeah, the technical preview does especially well for Python, JavaScript, TypeScript, Ruby, Java, and Go. That's basically everything I would work in. But yeah, okay. I don't know where I got the 20 different languages from. But it understands dozens of languages and helps you in a variety of contexts. So that is useful, especially for someone who, might need to use TypeScript from time to time and has no clue how to write it. Same with Java. A lot of the times it's just trying to get that function, like this thing. Is it define? Is it function? Is it def? Is it func? And I feel like it's already telling you what to do. So you can even see a preview of what the format is. But I wanted to go about this with some cool problems. So let's go fizz buzz solution. Yeah, and look at that. I don't know if this is an actual solution. Let's see. Every time it hits 3 and 5 at the same time, it says fizz buzz. If it's 3, then it's fizz. If it's 5, then it's buzz. Very simple. That's a simple solution. But let's see if we go through the solution synthesizer, there's any really clever ones. So this is interesting. They spat it out as a string rather than an integer. Duplicates hidden. So they only gave 3 solutions because I assumed this one just kept showing up. It's very simple. What is this? For ion range. Okay. Oh, I see. This one actually loops through to do the fizz buzz, whereas this one you have to keep invoking fizz buzz for each number. So again, it's a very simple solution. Fizz buzz, let's see if I say something like elegant solution. If it'll pick up that I want something clever. Okay. Well, there it is. I don't know what this is doing. Fizz. Okay, so this one is quite a bit different. It merges the two. So it gives you it returns fizz and buzz, and depending on the two, it might return them going together as a string. So that is clever. I don't know if I'd call that elegant, but that's a different way of doing it. Again, see if there's any kind of cool solutions here. Okay. Oh, let's see what this is. You get a map. Oh, requires some sort of helper, which, it's not providing. But let's see if I go fizz buzz helper. Yeah, there you go. And it kind of figures out what this is as well. So that's very interesting. What I wanted to do is actually fizz buzz is great, and I think given this, I'm sure it has crawled through so many, CS undergrads homeworks that it'll do fine for binary search. What were the other algorithms I searched up, like depth first search, breadth first search, various things like crawling through. Gosh, I'm just losing my words today. Crawling through a tree and going through nodes and whatever it may be, traveling merchant problem. I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. But couple simple ones. I wanted to do return. Okay, well, it's trying to define this, but I had an actual problem. Returns a list of all URLs in a string. Define. And yeah, look at that. Let's accept that and see where it goes. So it's given it a very sensible name, get URLs text, and then it iterated through regular expressions. Again, you want to import that. So import regular expressions, and it's looking for HTTP, potentially S, and something, basically dot something else. I don't know if that's the best one, so let's see what other solutions are. And I'm beginning to think that cycling through like the alt 1 or 2 is not great. I think pulling up this 10 solution thing is the greatest. in the world. And look at that. This solution even has a Stack Overflow URL attached to it. So that is pretty useful. And then you can see someone justifying whatever this is. So it doesn't look like these solutions. Well, whatever it may be, they have given us a hint, and they've also given us a solution which looks very similar before. And then it's basically running through the regular expression, finding the text. This is incredibly helpful because, when you do something like get URLs, you kind of know what you're doing. You're just searching for certain patterns in the string, but I can't imagine anyone being able to type this off the top of their heads. Whereas, this one might do in a bind. I wouldn't use this in production. If you're building, $1 million app, you write your own code, you figure it out. But if you're building something cool and something that can afford to be a bit janky, I assume this will work pretty well. So, okay, let's try another one. What have I had to do lately? Reorder date in format why reorder dates from oldest to newest. Yeah. Okay. There we go. That's a much better solution. Okay, so again, these things are just kind of frustrating. What do I do with this? I actually think I'm overthinking this because Python makes it pretty simple. You just throw in the format, throw it into date time, and it'll figure it out. This might be much worse in JavaScript. So let's try that. Oh, okay, maybe not. Maybe it's just as easy. Okay, that's really quite helpful. Okay, let's go with this. jQuery function to find all elements with class, what should we call it? Column XL. And remove class column blue if it exists. Okay. Okay. I mean, on a cursory glance, that looks pretty good. Well, I don't know why they have this div here. That's probably something bad, but you're using jQuery to find column XL, and for each one, you run a function. And if it has column blue as a class, remove that column. It didn't quite close up the function, but that is all right. I am shocked at how useful this is going to be. What else can we say here? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, sorry, I just had a phone thing. Okay, so another thing that frequently annoys me is just using pure JavaScript, because I use jQuery. I get that it makes things a little bit slower. You got to download jQuery and all that, but it's just so much easier to do this. What if I say something like pure JavaScript function to do the same thing and see what it spits out? So they call it JS. That's very smart. And let's see. So we have get elements by class name. For each one in that column, you iterate through, and if it contains this column blue, it removes this from the class list. Pure JavaScript. You see how much more verbose, how many more characters it is than jQuery. But if a computer is doing the typing for you, why not? Why wouldn't you use this? All right. I don't want to make this video too long, but this is pretty cool. Let's see. Let's see if it will spit out. Okay, let's see if we can get it to spit out something interesting. Storage for secret keys. Okay, and let's see if they OS keys. OS key keys equals. Oh, okay. Character function keys. Okay, let's try this one last time. Okay, I guess it's not gonna fall for that. No, what I wanted to do is use API to translate string from English to translate. Oh, here's the key. There you go. There we go. We finally got it to do something different. Somebody's key is there. It's not mine, so let's remove that. Let's not be jerks. You import two things. You find the API. You run it through. I have no clue if this works, but this is a good place to start. If we wanted an API to translate from English to French, we have Yandex here. I am going to see if they have any other options. So Yandex, that one, Yandex. This one's smarter. It uses an API key. We have, oh boy, yeah. So you are seeing things you probably shouldn't here. Watson Platform, is that IBM's API? Okay. Yeah, and then you get the whole thing. So you're using URL lib to kind of make a request with the right string, and then you get something back, you decode it. Okay, yeah. So that is useful. Let's put in something here just so that I can say we've done something here. Okay. Okay, let's do something. Well, that's clever of them. They figure if I did this from English to French, I might want the other way around. They don't realize I'm just trying to test this out. I am running out of ideas, but let's all right. What is a really I'm sorry, I'm just thinking and I have an idea, but I can't remember what it's called. TensorFlow. That's why I wanted. TensorFlow. Use TensorFlow to classify JPEG image. Does that make sense? You know what? Let's see what they say. Oh. So I suppose sometimes it does take a bit of time to generate the answers. These ones are slightly longer. You're importing. I like that these solutions seem to have all the imports already. It's using an ImageNet. I don't know if this code is actually good, but it's getting a path. So image, I don't know what I'm reading here. This one wouldn't work because you actually need a model. Then you get the image, you're loading this image, that's good, you split it out. Okay, maybe we could say train JPEG image classification. Yeah. Interesting that it still loads a model, but it's doing the test image, it's making a prediction for the image. I don't think this is a complete answer, actually. So let's pull up the top 10 results again. See where we are seeing. Yeah, okay. This seems like a much more genuine answer. Actually, I think these are cut off as well. Why is that? Like there's no final return or an end. It looks like it cuts off like this one. It just imports a whole bunch of stuff and doesn't even get to code. So maybe there is an actual limit to the size of this. So if I start this off like this, will it figure out what the next steps are? Go. Ask it to synthesize. So I think what we could do is copy and paste, the first 10, 15 lines, have it try and figure out what the next lines are and the next line. Okay, I think we might be stretching this one a bit far. So let's give Copilot a break. One last one for fun, and then we'll call it quits. But you can see I am very pleasantly surprised. I'm gonna admit, like Codex, OpenAI Codex, when I was playing around in the playground with it, I thought, okay, this is pretty cool. There are some select uses for it. But I guarantee you this is staying installed on my Visual Studio Code now. What do I want to do? Function to randomly generate sonnet poems. Is that how you what? Haikus based on list of keywords. Keywords equals go Canada, maple syrup. What else is very generic about Canadians? We like our salmon. Okay, let's go with that. Define generate haiku with keywords. Import random. Haiku is a blank string. Ooh. I don't know that that's a good solution. So it's picking random keywords. It's picking 3 different keywords. That's pretty useless. There's a package called Haikunator. So we could figure that out. Generate. Oh, I'm thinking this is pretty unfair because a computer wouldn't know why your keywords how many syllables there are. You need some sort of library, you need some sort of list or something so that it can go, okay, Canada is 3 syllable, salmon is 2 syllable. So, that's why Haikunator is here. If you just do a random choice of keywords, your keywords have to be fairly consistent. They all have 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 different syllables. Okay. API to summarize text. Yeah. Oh, okay. I don't think this is a real key. That's pretty good. We know Microsoft has a summarized fashion. Like I know there must be, but I did not know. Microsoft Cognitive Summary. Oh, no way. I think, is this the one also based on OpenAI? Azure Cognitive Service. OpenAI? Oh, no. No. I was thinking, oh, did they suggest using the OpenAI? Um, okay, random kind of point. I day to day I read a lot, and I wish I could use like OpenAI in my workplace, but obviously I can't just be sending like confidential documents, business kind of documents through these things. So I can't wait until Azure starts deploying it so that we can get enterprise level security and privacy and all of that into it. But day to day, if it's on my own stuff, I have been using these things more and more to just summarize, to make things faster, and just take advantage of all the tools that are out there. And Copilot is yet another awesome tool, and it's gonna save me so much time. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I had so much more fun than I thought I was going to. And I am so impressed with uh, with the results that I can see me using this day to day, particularly for JavaScript. This whole pure JavaScript thing is going to be pretty killer. I also mentioned in the OpenAI Codex demo that they had this converter, say, between Python and JavaScript, and I might be using that as well. But if all I have to do is write down what I intend to do in a comment, I don't even need to write it in Python to start with. I can just write it in plain English and have the computer do it for me. Just remember always, you are using code that a machine is spitting out. So you can see as I got each one, I was evaluating what I haven't heard of. Well, I haven't used Yandex's API anymore. It's not modern. These things require imports. These things wouldn't work, and all of these things that like little bits and pieces that you still, as a human, as a programmer, have to look at. Anyways, I hope you guys had fun. I hope you guys just sign up for the waitlist. Whether you're impressed by my demonstration or not, just join the waitlist now. That way, when you have it, maybe a couple days, a couple weeks, a couple months down the line, hopefully it's gotten even better. So thanks for watching. I will see you next time. Thank you.